Welcome back to Sustainable Energy. Today we're looking at how we humans have been inspired by and even mimicked nature. In Sweden, one architect took the inspiration to solve a school's ventilation problem from a rather unlikely place.
Biomimicry for me is that we find solutions in nature that can be mimicked in the building of a city. I think this is the key for building the future cities. My name is Anders Nyquist. I'm an architect and I've been working as an architect since 1962. I think Lagerberg School is a good example for showing the eco-cycle adapted building concept. I was inspired by the termites. It's a biomimicry idea, and I read about it from other parts of the world, from Colombia and from South Africa and some other places. So the termite nest is a sun collector. When the sun is shining on the tower, the nest, it heats up the whole nest. And then the termites, millions of years, have been digging canals underground into the termite nest. And it means that they are cooling the incoming air, for the temperature in the ground is lower than out in the air. And this is a system we have used here. So we have the air intake from the small towers in the buildings. So this is the air inlet, and it goes down in the ground, and then it's a canal into the building. And in the basement, the distribution of the fresh air is in the ground. When the sun is shining on the roof, the air will go slowly up to the chimneys on top of the building. And these chimneys are connected to the ventilation system from the classrooms. And it means that in the winter, when it's minus 20 centigrades, we can heat up the air up to plus 2 centigrades. And it means that we are saving energy. And this is also a part of the cooling system in the summer. A school can be a platform for education of people also in environmental matters. You can ask the school children in Lagerberg School, and they know about the water, the energy, the material, and so on. And that's so beautiful. I'm very proud of it, yes.
Anders' idea is to take the nature inside the buildings. Our system built on plants, and the plants capture the pollution. Here you can see we take inside air to the filter and remove particles and dust, and in the bottom we had fresh air outside. We can reduce energy consumption for about 50%.
We bought 18 hectares of land and planned a village. We really wanted to describe how we can live in balance with nature. You can see the plan for the village. Here is the entrance, and here is the plots. And now, after 50 years, read the program. Everything has been done as we planned from the very beginning. We have our own water supply. We have different kind of small-scale wastewater treatment things in the village. You can't get a change until you have good examples. And my little village here is just a good example. And Lagerberg School is also a good example that you can be inspired of. But we need to do projects, and so people can feel them, touch them, smell, and everything. Be inside the building and see how it's working. Then you can convince people to do it in another way, to rethink the way of living.
That was an interesting energy-saving story. How can biomimetic designs address the increasing demand for energy?
Biomimicry can help us developing products that are more efficient. Not only products themselves, but the way we produce them and the way also we dispose or we reuse or we upcycle them. We have already several examples of how to make a more efficient hydraulic system, or we have, for example, smart systems to manage factories which copied algorithms from swarm intelligence, so the same intelligence that is used by ants or bees. Another way, actually, biomimicry can help us in building up more efficient energy systems. It can help us also to improve technologies that are run with renewable energy. We have examples, someone developed more efficient wind turbines, emulating the fins of the whales.
Can biomimicry pose a threat to nature? I mean, by overdoing it?
Well, biomimicry, it's a practice and is implemented by humans. There are examples of biomimicry applied for improving defense mechanisms, that you can call them also weapons. Okay? There is genetic engineering. So you can learn from nature to cure diseases, but also to make something not very nice. So I think that there are two issues here that needs to be taken into consideration. First of all, your ethics. You need to develop ethics for the respect of nature, to preserve and restore nature. Secondly, you can use biomimicry not only to find solutions to problems, but to measure your actions against nature's principle. Would nature do that? And if your answer is no, then most probably you should act differently.
What's needed now to make biomimicry more widespread?
I would say two main ingredients. First of all, awareness at all levels, private and public sectors, about biomimicry case studies. And secondly, I think it's crucial to bring biomimicry in the educational systems. So from kindergarten up to the university, the school curricula, they should embed somehow biomimicry teachings. So naturally, they will be interested in looking at nature and utilize nature whenever they have a problem to solve. They will consult nature, and so basically it will become automatic for them.
A natural reflex.
A natural reflex, which hopefully at the end it will be able to develop, again, societies that are functioning like natural ecosystem.
Thank you, Alessandro, for being with us.
You're welcome.
From insects to whale fins to algae, solutions to make us more energy efficient might be right under our nose. More awareness of biomimicry could be good for the planet and good for business too. Well, that's it for this edition of Sustainable Energy. If you'd like to comment on this program or our theme this year, nature-based solutions, then do get in touch on Twitter @CNBC Energy. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, goodbye.